In the NFC East right now, the odds to win the division are Eagles plus 105, Cowboys plus 230, Commanders plus 290, and the Giants at plus 2,800. Right now, Jack, you're the betting savant of the show. Commanders at plus 290 has got to be a little appealing, right?
I mean, it tickles my balls a bit. It does. It tickles my balls a little bit. I mean, I like Jayden Daniels. I think this is like a part two of Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, where the Bears made the absolute wrong pick and the Commanders got to steal it too with Jayden Daniels. He's looked great. I mean, like, he looks like he belongs in this league already. And the Commanders' defense too, like both sides of the ball, they look like a legitimate team. They've looked better than Philly. They've probably looked better than Dallas.
They have looked better than Dallas.
We know the Giants aren't going anywhere. At plus 290, it appeals to me. I mean, to go what they do what they did yesterday, go on the road to Arizona after a big win in primetime against Cincinnati, continue that and win by 30. I was like, wait a minute. I think plus 290 is a pretty good deal.
I mean, like, plus 290 is a good line because a different sports book has it at plus 240.
Like, that tickles my balls, plus 290.
So,
yeah, that was FanDuel, what I was saying.
I don't think right now, like, I don't think that Philly and Dallas is like a.
They look bad.
Yeah, it's like a Baltimore or a Buffalo or a team who is probably going to end up winning it. Like, Washington is just as good, if not better. Daniels looks like a freak.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to jump the gun too early, right? And there's certainly some elements of that here. But at a certain point, you see people on Twitter debating like, oh, would you rather have Jayden Daniels or Caleb Williams? And people are saying be patient with Caleb. And like, I get all of that. But what Jayden Daniels has shown us, at this point, it's a no-brainer. You'd rather have Jayden Daniels long-term. And the reason for that is because he stepped into the NFL and put together through week 4 maybe the best rookie quarterback season ever through 4 weeks. I mean, you'd have to go. It's hard for me to believe that anybody could be better than this. Only 1 turnover, incredibly effective rushing, a good passer, operating the offense at a high level without. I mean, there are decent guys around him. Brian Robinson and Terry McLaurin aren't nothing, but it's not it's not like he's on the Vikings offense, right? He doesn't have all the best weapons in the NFL, and he's playing incredibly well.
Okay. Come on.
I know.
No, he has there's a couple crazy stats that I saw through the first 4 games of the season, minimum 75 passing attempts. He has the highest completion percentage in the history of football. 82.1%. Number 2 is Tom Brady, 79.2.
Who do they play next week? Washington.
The Commanders. Ziggy, do you have their
schedule? I want to say a couple things.
Yeah, so next week they're hosting the Browns, and then they're going to Baltimore.
I mean, they should beat the Browns. These last 2 weeks, there's been.
I mean, dude, I'm sorry to cut you off. Listen to this: the Browns hosting the Browns at the Ravens. Let's say 1-1, right? Hosting the Panthers, hosting the Bears at the Giants. I mean, the Commanders are going to be 7-2.
They'll be favored in those 3 games.
They're going to be 7-2, right? And assuming they win the games they should win, 7-2 Commanders going into Week 9 against the Steelers.
Then they get blown out. Is that in Pittsburgh?
That's in Washington.
Oh. No, we'll lose that. Yeah, we'll lose that game.
I mean, it's... Yeah, and then they got Philly, Dallas, the Titans, the Saints, Philly, the Falcons, and the Cowboys. I mean, that's light. You win your division games, you're winning the division.
I mean, these last 2 weeks, and this may sound silly, but I believe it's true, there have been some narratives. Like, I do believe Jayden Daniels versus Joe Burrow, LSU, he was out to want to play well. This past week, you had Cliff Kingsbury, his revenge game, coming back to a team that fired him. I think they had some extra juice these last 2 weeks. And while people might not agree, I think that does carry some weight. So now I do want to see, going forward, they should beat Cleveland. Then when you have Baltimore, and as you go down the schedule, if Jayden Daniels keeps this up, this team at plus 290 is a very good bet to win the division. I mean, like you said, they should be.
Oh, but they'll go down. I mean, now's the time if you're going to do it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, they'll be 7-2. So I mean, I would hit that bet at 3-1. I would.
Yeah, the thing that's just been so impressive about Jayden Daniels and why I think you talk about juice. I think the juice in the building now is we have a chance to win this division. 82% completion percentage is like pretty nice, right? But it's not all on gimmies. There's only 3 quarterbacks who are averaging more air yards per attempt than Jayden Daniels. So it's not like he's throwing really short passes to guys, right? This isn't a Bo Nix situation. He is throwing passes deep down the field, and they're getting there.
Well, that was also the Monday night thing. He had the bombs to McLaurin, and they were, you saw the efficiency, you saw the accuracy stats, but it was like, no, these are also on. Yeah, this is bombs, 55-yard passes. It's crazy. Sorry,
I'm just saying this offense is even better than you think. You look at like drive scoring rates, right? What percentage of their drives are they scoring on through games 1 through 4? It's the highest rate in NFL history. Beats out the 2020 Packers, the 2007 Patriots, the 2017 Rams. Those are the other 3 teams up there. Nobody has played a rookie season quite like this at the quarterback position since at least 2000, since we started tracking these things. It's one of the best, most efficient offenses we've seen in the NFL through 4 games ever. And look, they're going to come down to earth a little bit, right? But if this is their ceiling against pretty good teams getting it done in dramatic fashion, it's hard not to think that this team has a real chance. I mean, what, are you going to take the Cowboys, who have looked way more down than up? Are you going to take the Eagles, who have had their share of up and downs? There's only one team in this division that's played consistently good football after week 1, and that's the Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Philly, they just went in and got absolutely smoked by Tampa. They look terrible.
They couldn't stop them.
No, they couldn't stop them. I mean, Washington, through these first 4 weeks overall, has been clearly the best team in the NFC East. Clearly.
I mean, Ziggy mentioned it before. The Commanders this season have 23 scoring drives. Jayden Daniels has 19 incompletions. They have more scoring drives than incompletions for their quarterback.
Also, look at this.
I mean, that's insane.
This guy, Jalen Hurts, is also so overrated. Like, I saw some stat. What he has? He has like 30-something TOs in the last 2 years.
Yeah, he's turned the ball over.
I think I would take Jayden Daniels over him.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Would you rather have Jayden Daniels? This is where it kind of gets crazy, and this is how these shows start to go at times. But when you look at the NFC East quarterbacks at this very moment in time, would you rather have Jayden Daniels or Jalen Hurts?
Jayden Daniels.
Would you rather have Jayden Daniels or Dak at this very, very moment?
Jayden Daniels.
But
I would take Daniel Jones over Jayden Daniels.
I think I still say Dak. I don't think I'm ready to go there yet, but it's nuts that we're even having the conversation where, like, if someone says Jayden Daniels, I'll go, probably not, but there's an argument.
Daniels was my pick in rookie cookie. So I'm looking pretty good right now.
Well, we don't even know what rookie cookie is. We never we never defined what rookie cookie was.
Whatever you want it to be, that's what it is.
Is that a little too far out there, Ziggy, asking Jayden Daniels or Dak Prescott?
I think that's a little bit aggressive. We talk about jumping the gun. I mean, Dak Prescott has put together year after year of high-level NFL performance. Jalen Hurts has put together at least a full season at similar to or a better level than this. But Jayden Daniels is hot. He's playing good football.
Sure is.
And at this point,
sure is.
I mean, I'm not going to pick either of those two. I'm not going to pick him over either of those 2 guys. But there's a chance, given how he started, that he is the best season of the 3. Again, that feels crazy to say. But given the high level this offense has operated at, he and Cliff Kingsbury have looked like a power couple.
No, they 100% they do. So right now, then let's put our money where our mouths are. Jayden Daniels or the Commanders at plus 290 to win the NFC East. Who are you guys taking to win the NFC East right now after week 4? Who's your pick?
I'll bet it right now. I'll get on it right now. Washington plus 290 is my pick.
So you're picking the Commanders to win the East. Ziggy, who are you picking?
I'm picking the Eagles still, but I like the Commanders more than the Cowboys.
I'm with you. I like Commanders more than Dallas at the moment.
Philly
I'm still
stinks.
going Philly. I think when A.J. Brown gets back, the offense will pick it back up.
Jalen Hurts has struggled because he's missing 2 of the best receivers in football.
Yeah, that's where I stand. I'm with you on Philly. Get your guys back. That offense, I think, is still very, very dangerous. But I flipped Washington and Dallas, which is kind of shocking because I was pretty high on the Cowboys.
Didn't I have Washington finishing 4th in our preseason predictions?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
But that wasn't crazy. I mean, in the preseason, you react to the evidence.
That's how this team's humbled me, right? You respond to the evidence. And clearly, I mean, I said this in a reaction, right? But in the building, they seemed really confident from day one that they had somebody special, that they had a guy who was going to come in and lead immediately. And, you sometimes see that in the NFL and it totally blows up. These guys were not kidding. They were not joking. That was not puffing the chest out for the media. Since that Giants game, the Commanders have completely flipped the script. And I can see why everyone in the building thinks he's the guy.
Did you see that it was a viral video it resurfaced of when Jayden Daniels transferred from Arizona State and they were cleaning out his locker room? And you hear one player in the background. He's like, "Oh, this guy was trash anyway."
I didn't see that.
then he ends up going to LSU and then making the NFL.
Winning the Heisman.
Yeah, wins the Heisman, goes to the
Number 2
NFL.
pick.
I'm glad it didn't really age well.
It's crazy after the year that CJ Stroud had to now be talking about a guy possibly having a better rookie season. And no one saw what CJ Stroud did last year before. And now we're kind of saying the same thing about Jayden Daniels. These guys just keep getting better and better, it seems. It's unbelievable.
And those 2 busts were taken before him.
the bust that Jack is seeing.
There's 2 fools.
Going before them.